Hello dear students, let us take some examples or problems to solve from this topic. So first problem what we are taking here is the decomposition of N2O5 in carbon tetrachloride solution at 318 Kelvin. So this is your temperature what has been given, has been studied by monitoring the concentration of N2O5 nitrogen pentoxide in the solution. Initially the concentration of N2O5 is 2.33 moles per liter. So this is your initial concentration, and after 184 minutes, so this 184 minutes is delta T here, okay, it is reduced to 2.08 m, that is your moles per liter. So this is your final concentration. The reaction takes place according to the equation 2N2O5 giving rise to 4NO2 plus oxygen. So all are gases here. So what has been asked here is calculate the average rate of this reaction in terms of hours, minutes and seconds. And one more question they have asked, what is the rate of production of NO2 during this period? So there are two sub questions here. First we are supposed to calculate the average rate of the reaction in terms of hours, minutes and seconds, and second thing what you are supposed to calculate is rate of production of NO2 we are supposed to calculate. Okay, so we all know that average rate of a reaction, average rate how we'll write, change in concentration of the reactant. So delta change in concentration of the reactant over change in time. So reactant, if I am writing, I should put negative sign here, okay, and also it is to be divided by the coefficient. So coefficient here I'll take it as A. So minus 1 upon A, change in molar concentration of the reactant over change in time. Now here what is R? R is N2O5. So reactant here is N2O5. So what is the coefficient A here? A is 2. Okay. So rate will be equal to minus 1 upon 2. So A was 2 here. Change in concentration of the reactant. Reactant was N2O5. Change over time. So this is equal to minus 1 upon 2. So change in concentration of N2O5 is final concentration which was 2.08 minus initial concentration 2.33. Both are expressed in terms of moles per liter. So upon change in time is 184 minutes. So if you solve this, you will get the final answer as 6.79 into 10 raised to minus 4 moles per liter per minute. So this, if it is taken in the numerator, it will be per minute. So this answer I have got it in minutes. So what they have asked, they have also asked the average rate of the reaction in terms of minutes, hours and seconds. So the answer I have got in minutes, I have to convert it to seconds, and also I have to convert it into hours. Now we know that 1 minute has 60 seconds. Okay, so 1 second will be having how many minutes? 1 upon 60 minutes I can write. Okay, so if I want to convert to seconds, so this I'll take 6.79 into 10 raised to minus 4 moles per liter. I have written 6.79 into 10 raised to minus 4 moles per liter divided by minute. So instead of minute, what will I do? If I want to convert it into seconds, so instead of minute, 1 minute has 60 seconds, so I'll replace minute by 60 seconds. So after I solve this, I'll get the final answer as 1.13 into 10 raised to minus 5 moles per liter per second. Now this minutes I have converted into seconds. So if I want to convert it into hours, how will I do that? So the same thing I'll take here, 6.79 into 10 raised to minus 4 moles per liter. So instead of minutes, so what I should add here, instead of minutes I should consider this in hours. So we all know that 1 hour consists of 60 minutes. So 1 minute will be equal to 1 upon 60 hours. So instead of minute, what will I write? I'll write 1 upon 60 hours. So this 60 will come to the numerator. So 6.79 into 60 into 10 raised to minus 4 moles per liter per hour. Okay, so if I solve this, I'll get the final answer as 4.07 into 10 raised to minus 2 moles per liter per hour. Okay, so we have got the answer in minutes, we have got it in seconds, we also have converted it into hours. Now what is the second part of the question that is asked? What is the rate of production of NO2 they have asked? Rate of production of NO2. Now we all know that NO2 is the product side. So what will be the rate? It will be plus change in concentration of NO2 upon delta T. So why plus? Because NO2 is towards the product side. So what is the coefficient for that NO2 is 4. So I'll write 1 upon 4 change in concentration of NO2 over change in time. So what is the rate of production of NO2? So this is your rate of production of NO2. This rate is equal to average rate into 4. So this is the rate. So this 4 will come here. So average rate into 4. So what is the average rate I've got? 6.79 into 10 raised to minus 4 into 4. So this unit will be moles per liter per minute. So the final answer will be 2.72 into 10 raised to minus 3 moles per liter per minute. So let us take the second problem. For the reaction R giving rise to product, the concentration of the reactant changes from 0.03 m to 0.02 m in 25 minutes. Calculate the average rate of the reaction using units of time both in minutes and seconds. So what is the formula here? Average rate is equal to minus change in concentration of the reactant over change in time. So it will be minus final concentration here is 0.02 m minus 0.03 m. That this is your initial concentration over 25 minutes. So if you solve this, you will get it as 4 into 10 raised to minus 4 moles per liter per minute. So if you want to convert this in seconds, so 1 minute has got 60 seconds. So replace this minute by 60 seconds. You get up the final answer to 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 6 moles per liter per second. Similar kind of third problem if you take in a reaction 2A giving rise to products, the concentration of A decreases from 0.5 moles per liter to 0.4 moles per liter in 10 minutes. Calculate the rate during this interval. So again here rate is equal to minus 1 upon 2 because 2 is the coefficient here. 1 upon 2 change in molar concentration of the reactant, that is A, over change in time. So this is equal to minus 1 upon 2. Final concentration is 0.4 minus initial concentration is 0.5. This unit is moles per liter. Change in time is 10 minutes. So this if you solve, you will get the final answer to 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 moles per liter per minute. Moving on to next part of our discussion, that is factors influencing rate of a reaction. So there are various factors which affect the rate of the reaction. Few of some factors are concentration or pressure of the reactants. Second is temperature of the reaction. Third is presence of catalyst. Fourth is surface area. Fifth one is nature of reactants. So see, these are the factors which affect the rate of the reaction. So we'll be studying these all factors in detail. So first we'll take up effect of concentration on rate of a reaction. So generally what happens, rate of a reaction increases with increase in concentration of the reactants. So as the concentration of the reactants goes on increasing, the rate of the reaction also tends to increase. So we'll just study what is this rate law or rate equation. Okay, so to understand this rate law or rate equation, let us consider a general reaction. So let us consider a general reaction, A moles of A reacting with B moles of B to give C moles of C and D moles of D. So here small a, B, C and D are said to be stoichiometric coefficients of reactants and products. Okay, so small a, B, C, D are the stoichiometric coefficients. So if you want to write the rate expression for this reaction, so how will you write? Rate is said to be directly proportional to product of molar concentration of reactants. So what is the reactants here? A and B. So product of molar concentration of the reactant. So the reactants I have written in square bracket. So product of molar concentration of the reactants raised to certain power. So here I have raised A to X, B raised to Y. So this X and Y, this may or may not be equal to A and B. Okay, X and Y, it may be or may not be equal to the stoichiometric coefficients A and B of the reactants. Okay, now if you remove this proportionality sign, I can put an equal sign and introduce a constant K here. So rate will be what? Rate is equal to K, product of molar concentration of A and B raised to X and Y. So I have written the equation rate is equal to K, A raised to X, B raised to Y. So I have just removed the proportionality sign and I have introduced a constant K. So rate can also be written here as minus dr upon dt, which is equal to K, A raised to X, B raised to Y. So this above equation what I have written is said to be experimentally determined rate equation. So after doing the experiments, whatever the equation you get, that is referred to as rate law. Okay, so here K is referred to as a rate constant, or it is also referred to as specific reaction rate. Okay, so this kind of expression, this kind of equation which relates rate of the reaction to the concentration of the reactants is referred to as rate law or rate expression. So how do you define this? If you want to define the rate law, how you would define this? Rate law is the expression in which reaction rate is given in terms of molar concentration of reactants, with each term raised to some power which may or may not be same as stoichiometric coefficients of balanced chemical equation. Okay, so if molar concentration of A and B, so this if molar concentration of A and B, if I make it as 1, then what happens? Rate is equal to K, it will become. So if molar concentration of A is also 1, molar concentration of B is also 1, then rate becomes equal to rate constant. So that is what is written here. So if molar concentration of A and B is equal to 1, then what happens? Rate is equal to K. So this K is what? It is also called as rate constant or specific reaction rate. So rate constant, how do you define? Rate constant is nothing but rate of a reaction. So rate constant is nothing but rate of a reaction when the molar concentration of the reactants is unity. So rate constant of a reaction is what? It is the rate of the reaction when the molar concentration of the reactants is unity. So one important thing that you are supposed to remember here is the rate law of any reaction cannot be predicted by looking at the balanced chemical equation. So theoretically you cannot write rate law, but always rate law is written after performing the experiment. So it is always determined experimentally. So it cannot be written just by looking at the balanced chemical equation. So few examples where you have written the rate law for the reactions you can see here. Formation of NO2 by the reaction of NO and oxygen. So what is the rate law for this? Rate is equal to K, NO raised to 2, oxygen raised to 1. So it is same as the stoichiometric coefficients here. Formation of carbon tetrachloride from chloroform, if you take CHCl3 plus Cl2 giving rise to CCl4 plus HCl. So what is the rate law here? Rate is equal to K, CHCl3 raised to 1, Cl2 raised to half. So it should be chlorine here, Cl2 raised to half. So hydrolysis of ethyl acetate, if you consider CH3COO C2H5 plus water giving rise to CH3COOH plus C2H5OH. So what is the rate law for this? Rate is equal to K, CH3COO C2H5 raised to 1, H2O raised to 0. So whatever here expression I have written, this is done not by looking at this reactions, balanced chemical equations, but this is written experimentally. So whatever experimentally determined equation or rate expression you write, that is referred to as rate law.